So as a reminder, Arushi was working on her dynamic leadership level 4 pathway. And her speech was about creating some sort of plan for change. And I think she accomplished her goal very, very well. Unfortunately for me, that makes it very difficult to find things that I didn't like about her speech. And so I think what I want to do for this particular evaluation is I want to highlight all the things that I liked. That way we can all learn from Arushi. But no evaluation is complete without some kind of constructive criticism. So I will end with one piece of things that I think she could improve on. So for the good, right off the bat, I loved your interaction with the audience. I thought there's no better way to show how comfortable you are and how confident you are whenever you're able to successfully interact with the audience. And you did that in so many different ways, with having us do the gallery view and see everybody on the screen, with having us type in the chat. And not only that, you also evoked emotion in every single one of us. I think that was really well whenever you're trying to deliver a speech. If you can make the audience feel something different than before your speech, I think that's a great way to, again, show how confident you are in your speech and show how comfortable you are in your speech. Organization-wise, I liked that you walked us through your entire plan, which was the point of your speech. So you proposed a problem, and then you stated the problem, and then you proposed a plan, and then you walked us through the entire plan with you all the way through. So I really like that. And then you even gave us actionable steps, like going to the mirror and smiling in the mirror, and then also working on smiling more with your family and your friends. Again, I think that was really good for all of us to try to do as an actionable step. And then regarding the things that Arushi wanted me to look out for, I felt that the pace was perfect. I think I never felt like she was speaking too fast. A lot of the time, obviously, you can start to speak too fast whenever you don't know like what you're gonna say. But I think that just goes to show that she was very prepared for her speech. So again, your pace was perfect. You were never talking too fast, and I really like that you had a lot of great pauses. I think a lot of times whenever I hear a speech, you try to fill the speech with too many words, but sometimes just taking a pause, I think can have very good effects in your delivery. So I loved your pauses. And lastly, I loved how you ended I love how you ended your speech. As a reminder, that last sentence was, what do you want people to hear or to think whenever they hear your name? And so I think that was a great way to finish your speech because it makes it relevant to every single one of us. So I love that as well. And then the things that you can improve on, I guess the one thing that I found is being very nitpicky, and not just for Arushi, but I think for everyone. I think like being right now in quarantine and then being in Zoom, whether it be Zoom classes or these kind of Zoom meetings, I think it's still very important to, if you're giving a speech, to try to dress to par. I think it not only portrays the message that what you're doing there is important, but I think people are also going to take you more seriously, regardless of whatever you're talking about. So I think that goes for every single person in the club. I have noticed that some people, whenever they present, they do dress up, and I do notice that. So that's just something for every single one of us to work on. But overall, I thought it was a great speech. Definitely made me smile and think about how I can change my behaviors to change how the people think about me. So thank you, Arushi, for your awesome speech.
Thank you, Jose, for that great evaluation. And I'm having that same problem you did in terms of trying to find an area of improvement for your evaluation. If I'm going to try to nitpick something, maybe use a little more vocal variety, but that's just me trying to check a checklist. For Arushi specifically, I loved your speech, and I agree with Jose about the way you connected with the audience and about how you made everything kind of that build up to the smile. I thought that was great. I'm going to leave you with one challenge, that if you're going to stand up during your speech, I want you to use your stage more. I want you to move around. If you're going to step back and stand up, I want you to use all parts of the stage. I understand right now I'm using a virtual background, and that kind of cut me out. But that can just take that next level step. And so overall, I thought you gave a great speech, and we're going to move into a different portion of this meeting. And so actually, let's vote on the best evaluator real quick. We got like 2 more people voting. So in order for us to get a full evaluation of Sarah and Sadala and the case of Brennan, I have the answer of what the jury said, but I would love to hear from our table topics evaluator to really get a full understanding of how we can improve in giving that key evidence, especially in a case where we got wrapped up in a whole bunch of commotion. We had allegations from the one side about how Brennan was winning and losing in tennis, and then on the other side, Sadala was just a sore loser. And we don't know which one it is, but we do know that Sadala loves cheese. So I would love to hear from our table topics evaluator to give us a full understanding of how we can improve giving that evidence.